Hey y'all, it's the middle of January, and I'm gonna get out here and stroke a jig and try to catch some bass. I've got me a 5/16 Akins jig and a little rage tail crawl worm. I'll put that on here. I'm in about 22 foot on a point. Then fish are down there relating to the bottom. And I'm gonna stroke this jig in amongst them and see if I can't get some of them to hit it. Okay, but he choked on that jig too. Look at that. Thing's got it down in his throat. Look at there. Yep. Not a bad one. For January. Alright, so I want to show y'all what I'm looking at here. What I'm catching these fish off of. You can see them hanging right here off the edge of this right here in this break line. You see how much brighter this is right here, and how this is a darker color. This is real bright, that's darker, that's real bright. Well, that's going to be a lot harder. That's the reason why it's brighter. And those fish are just hanging on the edges where this stuff will break over like this. You see all the bait down in there. You can see it better on this 2D maybe, but you can see there's a bass right there. There's another one that's up inside this bait right here, holding real tight. And I'm just casting that jig and stroking it through these little areas where I see these fish scattered about. And some of them will hold so tight that you can't actually see them on your graph, and some of them may be too small. So you see there's another good sized one right there. Right there's a decent sized fish. There's a few small ones mixed in right in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin around and I'm going to get downwind to this point, and I'm going to cast over here to this side here where it falls off, and I'm going to stroke that jig across this point right here, see if I can't get a bite. Bad either. Look how they're getting it though when they get it. You think they don't want it when they hit that thing? Golly, that son gonna swallow my whole jig in his mouth. Dadgummit. I can't even see the head of it. Gee whiz, what a pig. Not a bad one. I'm gonna trim a couple of these fibers off here so that maybe I'll hang the fish a little better. I'm gonna take about half of them off, I think. About half of them. I'll get it down there and cut that off. Now then, if one gets on it, I'll get him maybe. See how I barely hung him right there. He didn't get it too deep in his throat. Not a bad fish though on a jig, huh? You'll get that school going active in there. You can get in there as fast as you can. And keep it fired up. There you go. Look at that. Look at this. I want to show y'all something. What he just throwed up out of his mouth. Right here. That fish just spit this pincher up when I brought him in the boat. And that's what those fish are down there eating on, is them little crawfish down there in them rocks. There's a little hard spot down there. And they're just on that running around there sucking them things up. This here, close to being about the same size as far as pincher wise. Probably could put some orange on there. May help it, but I don't know how I can get it much better. Yeah, that's a better fish up there. Oh, he felt better because I got him in the belly, look. I thought he was a good one, he was coming in sideways. Let's see, that shows you that they're running up in there and trying to kill this stuff. And there's more than one, and they're running up in there trying to get it, and that's how you end up snagging them like that. There's another one. Feels decent. He's not bad. Not that bad. Take him. They're all fun. Not bad. Not a bad bass. Take him. Not bad. Not the best, but hard to beat. I'm gonna try another point. Man, slipped off the rod. Yeah, up there. Not a bad little bass. He pulled up on his point and grabbed it. Sometimes you gotta make the right cast just to be able to get them fired up, get them to bite. Oh. Look at that. Second cast out there. Got us one. Look at that black dot on the back of him. Eating that jig up. Well, y'all, hope you got a little bit of value out of this video. Maybe I showed you a different way to fish a jig in the winter months, and maybe it'll help you put a few more fish in the boat. I sure appreciate you joining me. See you on the next one.